Hello, good morning, and welcome back to another edition of the good, the bad, the ugly, the juice review show brought to you by the Department of Inhaled Vapours. Now, the two of what I had a look today is to be yet another part of the Zeus Juice reviews will be Eros and Black Reloaded. Have got to state for the record, any views or opinions you hear during this review are mine and mine alone. I have not been paid to do this review. I did not pay for the product. It's very kindly sent to me by Zeus Juice. Also got to state individual taste, setups and of course power levels will alter what you get from a juice. I can only personally tell you what I'm getting myself. My weapon of choice today will be the Geek Vape Blade, and that has got the AIM-09 Evo dripper from Asvape, dual cooled to 0.26. Won't bother going through the labels, the safety features, all the bloody blah blahs, because I already did that in part one many moons ago. So we're just going to crack straight on. I'm going to start off with the Eros. Now this is a 75-25 VG-PG blend, and it is in 3 milligram. So let's give this a whirl. Let's see what this one is like. Right, I'm going to start off as always at 3.7 volts, which is 52.4 watts. Here we go. Well, as you can see, cloud production is absolutely superb. I might have a couple of quick squirts. More on that. No throat hit, which is always a good one. There is kind of not getting mainly at the moment, kind of like an opal fruits, because I can't call them Starburst because I'm an old fart. Kind of like an opal fruit strawberry going on. It's a bit better than some of the other ones that they've had in the range that had strawberry in, that kind of tasted a bit chemically. This one isn't too bad. At the end of that, there is a very nice cheesecake going on with this. It's not too sickly. Some of them do come across a bit. This one doesn't. This was actually quite a nice cheesecake. Do find that the exhale does slightly overpower the strawberry at the beginning. Hopefully as I go up, that strawberry will boost up as well. So the strawberry is all on the inhale, and they've got the cheesecake ending. More getting the topping of the cheesecake, not really getting any of that nice biscuity base that you get with cheesecakes. It's not bad, it's not bad. I'm going to go up to 4. They've got up to 61.2 watts. Wow. Cloud production is absolutely fucking stupid. So that's going to keep a few of you guys out there happy. Flavour. This does need a little bit of power, just going up to 4 volts. The strawberry's coming through a lot stronger, and it's mixing quite quickly into that cheesecake topping. Slightly disappointed I'm not really getting any biscuit base at all, but the actual strawberry shortcake topping is very nice. It's a pleasant vape. I'll be fair, this is another one like a Sunday afternoon vape or just after dinner vape. In case I was a bit full and didn't really want dessert, but still like a dessert. One thing I will give it credit for is a very smooth vape. It does go down so well, that flavour. It's not over creamy to the point of being sickly. Now that the strawberry's kicked in a bit better, it's not like a fruity strawberry. It is more of like an opal fruity one, but it does go well with the cheesecake topping. Right, I'm going to go up to 4.2. Or 67.7 watts. Alright. Does get a bit sickly going higher up. Does get a kind of a sweetened cream edge to the cheesecake at the end, and the strawberry comes a bit. It goes too sweety on the strawberry. I don't mean as in like sweet sugar. It goes like sweety on the strawberry, and the cheesecake does get a bit sickly going higher up. Round about that middle ground, I found absolutely perfect for this juice. It's a bit lacking in the fruit department on low, and it's overdone on both parts high up, but middle ground, when it all came together, that was actually a nice, pleasant vape. So yeah, it's going to be one you're going to have to play around with to find your sweet spot, but it's not bad. It's one of the better ones. That is Eros. If I actually get it in the picture. There we go. That was actually Eros. Right. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about Black Reloaded, but I've never tried it. This will be my first try on this as well. So I'll give this a quick blowout, and then I'll get on with it. Here we go. Nice dollop in there. There we go. Good, back down to 3.7 as always. And as always, I'll zoom straight past it. There we go. Back down to 52.4 watts. Oh, wow. Straight off the bat, you get a nice aniseed with a slight menthol kicker on it as well. And that carries through. But then just as that dies down a bit, you start getting this lovely mixed berries over the tongue. There's no throat hit again. And once again, this is a 75-25 VG-PG blend. And yeah, the clouds are quite happily showing that. As you can now see. Hopefully, as I go up, that berry flavour comes through a bit stronger. At the moment, it is having a bit of a fight with the aniseed and the menthol, but it does kind of taste like a slightly on the fruity side weak tune. And we'll go up to 4. So we're back to 61.4 watts. Mixed berries comes through lovely now. There's a nice blackberry, a nice raspberry there. It's working incredibly well now with the aniseed. You're getting more of the fruit hit now, and then just as the inhale finishes, you start to get the menthol and the aniseed come through as well. And then on the exhale, it just joins the berry flavour that's still resting on your tongue. I can see why this is one of their best sellers. It's a very well put together juice. I mean, I think I have seen some people on the I'll try that again in English, through some of the Facebook groups actually just describe this as crack. It's one I can't see this 10ml bottle lasting me long. Let's put it that way. It's a very juicy on the fruit, and that's just how I like it. It's not overdone on the menthol. It's not overdone on the aniseed. I'll put a couple of quick more squirts. And I'll go up to 4.2. There we are, back to 67.5 watts. Wow, this one is a power haul. The higher you go up, the better that fruit just comes out. It comes out so ripe, so juicy. It's unbelievable. You get more of a menthol anti kick in the back of the throat as well. But still nothing that's going to make you cry tears of ice like some of the Coolada shots that have been out there. That is an absolutely gorgeous juice. I could not fault that at all. If you're a fan, yeah, if you're a fan of Black Hunt tunes and stuff like that, I'd give that a go. That is really good. That is the Black Reloaded from Zeus Juice. Well, that brings me to the end, and that is the final part of the reviews I'll be doing of, well, so far from the original Zeus Juice range. If you do buy these in the shops now, these will not come with these labels. They've all been changed. I say that was just a sample box they sent me, but all the labels are changed now, and the boxes and all this are all different from what you've seen during these reviews. Once again, I'd just like to have a big thank you to all the guys at Zeus Juice for sending me them. It was a mixed bag, I have to admit. I'll probably go about 50-50 on them, but then there was a big range of juices that they have. So, obviously you're not going to like all of them, and not all of them are going to be bangers. But about 50% of them were absolutely superb. The other 50, yeah, either need some work or maybe need to be replaced with something in the collection. One other thing I just wanted to do in this review, is something I started yesterday. Well, it's a question that's been on my mind for a while now, and I decided to put a post up yesterday about it because I think there's a lot of confusion about it. Nic Salts. Nic Salts. I mean, I personally think they're a great tool for starters and all this lot who don't get on with the throat hit that some of us had to get on with, the PG throat hit. And in that aspect, I think they're a good thing. But I think there's a lot of confusion on it because people are assuming, you know, when you get your Nic Salt, and that goes 20 milligram Nic Salt, and they're thinking what they're actually getting is the strength of that will be a 20 milligram nicotine strength. Well, it turns out it's not. And I started a post on this yesterday because there's a couple of places in the UK that are selling 36 milligram Nic Salts. And I was kind of like, well, hang on, well, the limit for Nic over here is 20 milligram. How are they getting away with it? And I started a few questions and a few backs and forths on this one. And it transpires that a 36 milligram strength Nic Salt is actually a 20 milligram nicotine strength. All those shots that you see that are 20 milligram Nic Salt strength actually equate to an 11 milligram nicotine strength. So a lot of people think they're getting 20 milligrams of Nic in these things, and they're not. They're actually getting an 11. But of course, that the sensation inside our bodies is enhanced on that one through the acid that is used to make the absorption rate quicker. So basically, when we do like a normal one like this, although we've taken more in at the time, the absorption rate is slower. But when we do it via one of these little pod systems, we might be taking in less, but it's entering the bloodstream quicker due to the acid that's in the Nic Salts. But the rating, what actually reignited this one for me really was I started to see a few Nic Salt packets, but they're coming with the dual strengths. So they're telling you this is a 20 milligram Nic Salt, then underneath they're telling you it's an 11 milligram Nic strength. And I think more companies need to do this, and I think this needs to be explained better. Because even through the post that I went and put up yesterday, you can see the confusion from people who go, no, it's illegal, no, they can't do that, they can't do that. And then someone else has actually come up saying, well, due to the fact that Nic Salts are heavier than free-base nicotine, that's why it's coming up 36, but it's actually a 20. The actual strength of the nicotine that is given is a 20. But yeah, there seems to be a lot of confusion. But if that's the case, then a lot of the arguments that have been going off in the States are balls. Because they're all going, oh my God, 50 milligram, 50 milligram. And this is also where this confusion is then fueling the fire for something that could be potentially damaging to vaping. They go, oh, I can't believe it, 50 milligram strength, you don't need that, you don't need that. But it isn't a 50 milligram Nic strength. It's a 50 milligram Nic Salt strength. And if anyone out there is getting confused, don't worry, you're not the only ones out there that are confused. Because it basically, if I've worked out, this will be an approximation nearly in the ballpark type figure, but a 50 milligram Nic Salt is actually a 27.5-ish nicotine strength. And I remember when I first started, before the TPD kicked in and knocked everything down to 20, I started on a 24 milligram when I went onto the pen devices. If you actually looked at the nicotine strength of most of the cigarettes that were on the market then, it was a 45. It was round about between 45 and 54 milligram strength. Me and my mate went and got one out of Tesco's, and that was a 45 milligram strength. And yeah, all right, I overnicked. I had the shits. It weren't great, but that's what was available at that point on the cigarette string, because that was the only way that they could get you to replicate the feeling and the sensation of having a cigarette, while obviously not having a cigarette. So is there a lot of basically scaremongering about 50 milligram Nic Salts when actually it's about a 27.5, which, yeah, there's just so much confusion about this. People just don't seem to realise that actually the Nic Salt strength that they see on the packet is not the nicotine strength they're getting, even though it might feel like it because it's been enhanced by the quicker absorption rate. So, if anyone out there could explain this a hell of a lot better than that ramble I just went and did, if anyone could explain that better, please put it down in the comments and we'll get a discussion going. If you're confused by Nic Salts, put it in there, ask a question in there, and I'm sure we will be able to find someone who can answer these questions, so everyone knows what they're actually getting. And in the end, that's what's needed. What really started this, and let's go back quite a little bit while now, was e-cig Wizard, were the first ones I knew who advertised a 36 milligram Nic Salt strength. And everyone's up in arms, oh, you can't do that, the limit's 20, how are you getting away with it? Well, they're still selling it. And this is after people put complaints in about it, because apparently it equals a 20 milligram Nic strength. But there's an amount of arguments and everything, especially in the States at the moment. A certain company, I.ll, it was one of the things that go, oh, the incredibly high Nic strength, no one needs 50 milligram Nic strength. It's not 50 milligram Nic strength, it's about a 27.5. As I say, when I first started to say the upper limit that you could actually buy from a vendor was 24 milligram. But I know people who that wasn't enough for them, who basically were getting 30 or 36s. And they were happy with that. It gave them the fruit hit they wanted because that replicated a cigarette because it was enough. 24 wasn't quite enough. It just didn't quite replicate that cigarette for them. So the outcry that's going off in America about 50 milligram Nic Salts, is it as justified, or is there another reason behind it? Is it juice companies that will only make a 3 or a 6 now panicking because some of their guys are now gone on to mouth to lung and gone on to these 20 milligrams, 30 milligram, 50 milligram Nic Salts, and they're only buying 10 mils, 20 mils a week instead of maybe the 120 and 240 that some people are buying? Yeah, there's a few things to look into there. Hopefully, should I get any more information on this, I've got my post up on my wall. Anyone who's friends with me on there, if you go on my wall and see the Nic Salt question, yeah, join in the discussion, because I think this is something that we need to get everyone on the same hymn page again here and not create a load of panic sometimes. Yeah, anyway, on behalf of myself, Darren Stone, head of the Department of Inhaled Vapors, I do apologise for that rambling rant. You know we don't do any edits or cuts on this thing. What enters my head normally leaves my mouth about a millisecond afterwards. So I apologise for the sort of ranty rambling of that last part. But yeah, if you have enjoyed what you've watched today, please remember to like, share, comment, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'll be back soon with some more reviews. Once again, if you have enjoyed it, please slap my ugly face down here and give us a subscription. Take care, people. See ya.